Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. This is another paid request, this time from my good friend Efree. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Links are in the info box over there or over there. It'll be a review, a re-review, a commentary, a random topic, a let's play, a video game, or trying for an hour, pretty much whatever the case may be. Again, PayPal is usually the best bet, but I have a Patreon as well. It's in the info box, if you wish to. But this is the last of the reviews from my good friend Efree. Thank you so much, man, not only for your generosity, for allowing me to watch some of these films, and enjoy films like The Ninja Strikes Back and the documentary Enter the Clones of Bruce, and this film. It gave me a chance to watch this for a little bit. I've only seen the two he requested, the documentary and this film, but still, that's a good start so far, so thank you, my friend. But here we have Challenge of the Tiger, which I know the poster's on the other side, so I gotta put it over here. But yeah, Challenge of the Tiger. This was a fun one. I would say I still like Enter the Game of Death is my favorite. I would still say of the Bruce Lee, with an L-E, of his films, is Enter the Game of Death, probably The Ninja Strikes Back #2. Bruce the Superhero is up there for nostalgic reasons. So I like Ninja Strikes Back more than this. I thought this kind of in the middle. It slows down a little bit with this person. You think a little bit like espionage type of stuff. Got a little bit tiresome in the middle. But there's still fun to be had. I had more fun with Ninja Strikes Back because he had Odd Job from Goldfinger, James Bond. You had topless women, just like this had topless women. You had teleporting ninjas and the Coliseum for a fight and all this stuff. Richard Harrison is there. I don't mind him, but would I have been fine if he wasn't in it? Yes, as well. So Richard Harrison's just there. I didn't grow with Richard Harrison. I didn't watch a whole lot of films he's been in. I've seen some of the stuff he was in with Godfrey Ho, directing and stuff. But I'm like, whatever. I'm indifferent to Richard Harrison. Don't love him, don't hate him, just like whatever. But it's a fun one, Challenge of the Tiger. I mean, hell, the plot is Bruce Lee and Richard Harrison are teamed up to find this formula that's been stolen that will infertile men. In other words, mess with your semen. That's the plot. The formula is to kill the semen of the world and not the semen on the boats. And to kill human sperms. My formula is stolen. It'll be the end of mankind if we don't stop them. It's a pretty crazy plot from the get-go. And it definitely goes in quite a few locations. Spain, Hong Kong, Macau. So there's definitely a big scope to the film. And other than like the beginning had some scratches, but the picture quality after the beginning for the most part it's really well cleaned up. So that was nice to see. So Bruce, of course, will do the fighting. We see him in Spain as a bodyguard for someone, and immediately he starts beating people up, and his fights are fun and fast. And still, once in a while, later on, there'll be a move or a kick, and you tell there's about this much space from the person. So there's still some tighter bits of direction you could impart on that, but overall, each time he fights, Bruce Lee is gung-ho, and he is just intense, trying to be Bruce, and I'm all for it. That's why he's my favorite of the imitators of the Bruceploitation guys. Did you tell, like, he was really kind of in love and doing this type of stuff. So while he's doing that, Richard Harrison, he's hanging with a lot of topless ladies. And it's hard to hate a film where there's literally a scene of topless tennis in slow motion. Richard Harrison playing tennis with his topless lady in slow mo. And you could tell they're natural, because if they were not, they'd be like this. But because like, you know, like, sorry, what do you say? Sorry, what do you say? What'd you say? I'm staring at the movie. I'm concentrating on the plot. Tits are abound, and I gotta see if she wins the tennis match. That's the plot, so leave me alone. So the two get together, then Bruce fights. Harrison will shoot every once in a while. The bad guys having this meeting at a bull ring where there's some bullfighters. Which, I gotta be honest, I never understood the whole bullfighting thing. Go off tangent. Why you mess with the bulls? I know it's people love as the crowds, but to me, I think it's a bit inhumane and BS. And I'm talking about that in real life. You know, the movie, it's a movie. In real life, no. Like, leave the bulls alone. And I'll be honest, if you're a bullfighter and you get gorged, I can't feel sorry for you. It's like if you walk up to a grizzly bear, I don't know, and offer them a drink or something. Hey, if it becomes a grizzly man situation and Werner Herzog comes in to talk about you later, kind of hard to feel sorry for you. I'm just saying. Natural selection, called Darwinism, you know. But anyway, that's my take. Bullfighters can suck it. But of course, things go wrong. Bruce fights a couple people, fights the bull. Now, I guess I should say I'm getting the spoilers. But that's what I'm talking about with some of these Bruceploitation. It's fun to just wonder what the hell is going to happen next. Again, the ninja strikes back, teleport ninja, and more topless women, and Odd Job has to happen. He's got a gold hand as well. What? Here. Oh, Bruce fights a bull. And there are real shots where it's him being chased. And of course, there's up-close shots where it's a puppet. But there's shots where it's a real bull ready to deal with him. But at least they're acting for a movie, so that makes a bit more sense to me. But the guy did his own stunts. And he's crashing through stuff. But then, again, spoilers. Spoiling from here on out. The fact he's, like, fighting the bull and kicking him. Not in real life, but, you know, kicking at the camera. But just the fact is Bruce doing a fight with a bull with, like, and then it shows, like, a X-ray of like, animation of the bull's skull splitting. I fucking love that. I love that kind of stuff. I really do. I'm like, okay, it'd be tough to hate the film when it has stuff like that. So as the movie goes on, the formula was in this hat. Bruce was taking too long fighting the bull. So Richard Harrison finds the lady, sweet talks her, they have some fun in the bathtub. Some sexy times. Bruce goes in, calms the dog down, which I thought took a bit too long. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny that he walks in and sees Richard going, oh, get out of here. But him calming the dog down where nothing happened, I thought that took a bit too long with the dog, which seemed like a nice dog and wouldn't hurt a fly. He tastes the hat. And then this bit got a bit convoluted where they got the hat. Then it says actually it's a fate formula. And it seemed like this woman died. But then actually this woman has the real formula, and that was the fate formula. And sometimes it got a little flimsy yet convoluted for its own, which is one of the reasons why I think Ninja Strikes Back worked a bit better compared to this. But at the same time, it's a movie that has quite a few fights. It does seem like at least every 10 minutes or less there's going to be some kind of fight scene. Even Richard Harrison gets some fights in. They're at a beach and this lady trips, and then some guys will mess with her, and Richard Harrison fights for a bit. And later on they have a bit of sexy times. And maybe that's the thing, like I said, Richard Harrison I'm pretty indifferent on. When it's not centered on Bruce Lee, I was lose a little bit of interest. But at least with Richard Harrison, when he's around, usually ladies don't get naked, so then my attention would rise a bit back up. Maybe not the only thing that rose, but one of the things that was rising. But then it's like, oh, well, here's this other group that want the formula as well, and Bolo was part of the group, and then he failed, so the guy fights and kills Bolo. Because Bolo Yun, like, almost every Bruce Lee film I have seen so far, Bolo Yun has been in it. Bruce the Superhero, Enter the Game of Death, Ninja Strikes Back, this movie. I think he was in the Super Dane and Cold Blooded Murder. Clones of Bruce Lee. Yeah, I think the question is, other than I guess Inframan when before all that, are there other Bruce Lee films that Bolo Yun from Bloodsport and Double Impact is not in? And a lot of times, like he just brought in just to get killed very quickly. So this girl named Maria and these two called Khan and Leopard are supposed to protect her, which those guys will get their asses kicked by Bruce later on. Then the Asian girl that had sexy times with Richard Harrison tries to kill him. They're chased by motorcycles, and you have some decent stunt where Bruce diving out of the way of these motorcycles ready to hit him, and some pretty close calls. He does kick the guy off a motorcycle. I do wish we could have had a precursor to the scene in Hard Target, where he did like Bruce like going across the guy's chest, and the guy flying out the motorcycle. I wish we could have gotten something like that, but nah. But he does kick the guy off a motorcycle at least once, so you have something. And that's what I mean, like, other than bits like that, the middle section I thought was a little bit slow, and I'm like, okay, who is chasing who now? And there's this girl named Anna who joins Bruce and Richard, and okay. But the ending definitely picked up for me. Also, it still had these weird, funny moments that make it overall entertaining. Like, for example, they go to Macau and there's a trotting club. Now, I'll be honest, I still don't know what the hell a trotting club is. In fact, harness racing. Horse racing event. Horses drawing. Okay. So it's horses drawing people and what looks like. They look like wheelbarrows or wheelchairs, honestly. I just like not quite a chariot, but like harness racing. Which I know they showed a little bit of it, but I'm still like, okay. This isn't just horse racing? Okay, but there's a little bit to it. the folks who made the film just went in and stole the shots. Reminds me of like William Lustig and Larry Cohen doing that for what was that? I think Maniac Cop 1, where Bruce Campbell is in like there's this city cop parade. I think it was for, was it for St. Patty's Day, maybe? Anyway, there's a parade, and it's like, Bruce, just get in the uniform, just go in there. We'll film it. Okay. Yeah, do like a chase scene and stuff. Like, okay. Same with here. Yeah, just go in. And there's Jack Klugman and Jane Seymour. Jack Klugman from the TV show back in the day, The Odd Couple, and then Jane Seymour, who will later be in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and they did not know they were part of a film. It's like, Bruce, just go up and say hi and shake their hands. And they did, and they filmed it. And then when they advertised it, they said, co-starring, like in the poster, Jack Klugman and Jane Seymour. And like, what? Jane Seymour probably still doesn't know she's in a Bruceploitation film. I can't wait. If someone ever brings that up to her, that would be the most hilarious reaction. I'm in a what? Yeah, I'll show you the scene. It's right here. Someone needs to tell her that. When they're in Hong Kong and Macau, you tell the fights are a little bit more slicker because the stuntmen have a bit more handle on how to react to the hits that Bruce does. The girl that was with them, Anna, gets taken. They try to find her, but it's too late. And pretty much the finale. Like, see, the Mills section was a bit slower compared to Ninja Strikes Back, but the ending was fun. It was Bruce and Richard helping each other, kicking a bunch of bad guy ass. Couple big muscle guys, like the two of them help each other to fight this one big muscle guy. Then Richard Harrison kind of disappears for like 10 minutes, and Bruce has like 3 fights, one after the other. He fights this bigger guy, which is a pretty good fight, short but good. Breaks the guy's glasses, and does like rapid punches, and a great forward jump kick. He fights this other guy, which might have been the guy from Bruce the Superhero, or I guess afterward he would use. Or when was Bruce the Superhero? Can't remember what year that was. Before I can't remember. But anyway, he fights the second guy, beats the hell out of him, fighting a third guy. They kind of get in a standstill, chases him to his car. Now this was a bit funky looking, so it's not my favorite part of the movie. Just cause, like, come on, have a big, dragged down fight. Like in the Ninja Strikes Back, where you end with this animation of taking his rib cage out, and you see his heart stop, and here it's like they're in a car, and then there's an inside part of the car, and you just see that the window is blocked off. Like, they put duct tape on the window, because like they're in the car, and like, wait, like, you see over here it's like duct taped up the window. What makes you wonder, well, how the hell did he get in the car in the first place? It's blocked off now. And then Bruce jumps out, and then the bad guy's like, oh no! What happened? Did he accidentally step on the gas? Did the car book it and said, I need a train to catch? Somehow the car moves forward, because unless the guy was so stupid he pressed the gas himself, and then crashes the car, it blows up. Bruce, Richard, they're laughing. The movie's over. So it's like, well, who drove the car? Why did the car do that? I don't know. Again, I thought that could have been done a bit better. I thought that could have been done a bit more. Like I said, a fight scene just would have been more satisfying. Just like this car chase is not really a car chase, and then it's like, well, how did the car crash? And I don't know. I was laughing more at it than anything, so I was still entertained. But I'm like, what the fuck? But overall, I still had fun with the film. It's, again, not as good as Ninja Strikes Back or Enter the Demon of Death be my favorite, or like Soul Brothers of Kung Fu, that would definitely be up there. But fun nonetheless. You still got topless women, topless tennis, fighting a bowl, quite a few fight scenes, secret cameo by Jane Seymour, Jack Lemmon, different locales, so it felt like it was a bigger scope. The whole semen, like, destroying thing, like, it's brought up at the beginning, and it's such a unique thing. I would think that'd be somehow implemented later on. I don't know how. Maybe it would have been nice, like, Demon Death 2 already did this, but like if Richard and Bruce got like in a James Bond set, like Demon Death 2, aka Tower of Death, and like that kind of set, and then Bruce fighting this guy amongst this crazy set and really choreograph the. I didn't like the fights in those in that movie, especially the second half. That would have made it feel more epic, but that's just me. Overall, though, did I enjoy it? I definitely did enjoy it. It was fun, despite its flaws. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.